Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Love Grows Tarot. I'm here to do a tarot card reading for the sun sign of Capricorn in the month of October. If you like these readings, please subscribe and like. If you want upcoming notifications, please ring the bell. Comments are very welcome. I will leave descriptions in the description box below, including a link for donations, which are greatly appreciated. Follow me on Instagram, I do a daily reading there, and if you want a personal and more in-depth reading from me, go to my Etsy shop, Love Grows Tarot Shop, and you can purchase one there. These are general readings, they're not going to resonate with everyone, and the themes and energies of these readings can take place in the future, so please feel free to come back and review these readings at any time. I begin my readings with 3 cards: the overall energy for the month, what to be mindful of the month, and where additional luck will be coming from for the month. I'm guided by the tarot cards and spirit. I follow through with the rest of my reading, and then I end with the wisdom oracle, the animal spirit oracle, and moonology oracle. So let's get started for this reading for Capricorn in the month of October. What is going to be the overall energy for Capricorn in the month of October? Capricorn in the month of October, what is going to be the overall energy for the sign of Capricorn in the month of October? So, the overall energy for you in the month of October is coming from the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is about secrets. The 7 of Swords is watching your things. The 7 of Swords is sneaking away. The 7 of Swords is prematurely leaving a situation. The 7 of Swords is gathering what you have left and getting out of a bad situation. And these are going to be the overall energies and themes for you in the month of October. So be very, very careful about your truth. Be very, very careful about your possessions. Be very watchful of the people and the things around you. What does Capricorn need to be mindful of in the month of October? We have the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords is not the most optimistic card in the tarot. And a lot of people really... when it comes up in a reading, it's not very favorable for most people because it does have to do with betrayal, disappointment. So this is something you're going to have to be mindful of in the month of October, and especially with the overall energy coming from the 7 of Swords. Somebody may be there might be betrayal, and they might be taking things away from you. So be very mindful of these 2 cards, because this is telling us a lot right here. It's a painful situation, heartache, betrayal, and somebody is sneaking off, and they've got the swords. So be really careful about October. Don't set yourself up for something that is going to be disappointing or painful in any way, and watch the people that you surround yourself with. Where some additional luck will be coming from for Capricorn in the month of October. So it's from the Queen of Cups. So the Queens are a mature energy. Queens are nurturing, caring energy, especially this Queen, because she's from the Cups, and the Cups are the water signs. So this would be Pisces, this would be Cancer, and this would be Scorpio. Could be people of these sun signs or those times of the year that are going to make an impact for you. Now, of course, Scorpio is in October, and then the rest would follow into the next year. She's very intuitive. She's the closest to a very intuitive kind of mind outside of the High Priestess. So she is either going to come in for you in the month of October. She's going to bring you some additional luck, or that kind of behavior will give you that additional luck, that kind of intuitive, sensitive, nurturing kind of energy. So keep that in mind during the month of October, especially with these two cards, because these two cards are not favorable when it comes to your emotions. But the Queen of Cups can be very favorable as far as her intuition guiding you through any sort of situations like this. What else does Capricorn need to know about in the month of October? Our friends Capricorn. What do they need to know about what's going on in the month of October for Capricorn? So we have Strength. Strength is the major arcana. This is a powerful message. Strength is your power. Strength is your power over your emotions. Using this power to guide you, to help you get through difficult situations, especially if this is going to be a difficult situation for you. Yeah, that power that you have, that internal strength, is really going to be a benefit for you. In some cases, with this card, there is a connection to the animal, but overall, it is a powerful card of internal power and patience and perseverance, which is something that is very, very in tune with the Capricorn personality. They're very determined. They're very patient. And they do persevere because they're the ones that can climb the mountains. And so this is something that you need to draw off of in the month of October. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So we have another 7 here. So these are the choices. The choices that and opportunities that may arise in the month of October. It's also a card of daydreaming, where sometimes people just sit in their daydreams and they don't take action and they just don't really turn into anything or come to fruition. Mostly it's about your choices and trying to make good choices, and also having choices in front of you that really it's about good and bad choices, and picking the good ones. So watch out for this. It's also connected with strength too. There's using your emotional power to make your decisions. What else does Capricorn need to know about in the month of October? Capricorn in the month of October. Capricorn in the month of October. What do they need to know about October? Capricorn for the month of October. Capricorn for the month of October. So we have another major arcana card. So this is the Magician. The Magician is all about the power you have. Again, it's not like Strength in the internal emotional power that you have and the power to ride over any emotions. The Magician's more about self-confidence and taking action. He's a very fast-moving card. So these choices here, find the strength to make the right choices and then get on with the choices. And the Magician also shows you that you have all the tools that you need to do whatever you want. These tools are in the elements of the tarot. They are in the Pentacles, the Cups, your emotions, the Pentacles, your finances, the Swords, your thoughts and ideas, and the Wands, your actions that you take. So when you use these tools wisely, you can do anything that you want. So let's see what else Capricorn needs to know about in the month of October. So we have the Queen of Swords. So now we have another Swords. This Queen is polar opposite of the Queen of Cups. So the Swords are the air signs. They're going to be Aquarius, they're going to be Gemini, and they're going to be Libra. These people are more into their intellect, their logic, and their thoughts as opposed to their emotions. They don't really like getting caught up in emotions. They are clear and free thinkers. So this Queen is actually a very straightforward Queen. She doesn't beat around the bush. She is very honest. She is very direct in her opinions and in her advice. She can come into your world in October and be someone that may be giving you advice, but it may not necessarily be what you want to hear, but it's going to be something that you could benefit from the long run. She might take people out of a state of denial and wake them up to a reality. So with these queens, they can represent people coming into your life for the month of October, but they can also be you, in the sense that you have to bring in more of that kind of energy to make decisions, to make sure that the truth is there, make sure that people are being straightforward, make sure that you are getting the truth out of people, this kind of energy. Then we have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is really about carrying a lot of weight on your shoulder. This can become a burden. It can be your work. You might be a workaholic. Whatever it is, you seem to be the one that's shouldering all the responsibility. There's a need in this card for delegation. So the Queen's looking upon this situation, and she may have some advice for you on whether it's good for you to delegate situations, or whether it's necessary, or whether maybe your mindset is keeping you from like trying to keep too much in control in this situation, and you got to loosen up a little bit. What else does Capricorn need to know about for the month of October? Capricorn for the month of October. What do they need to know for the month of October? So we have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is movement. So also with coming out of the Ten of Wands, and now you're sort of evolving into a new level. So there might be three situations, three people that are going to help ease this situation here, this burden that you feel, this weight on your shoulders. It's also about a more casual kind of life, not being so serious, and opening up a little bit more. It's also watching your ships come in. You might have three opportunities that arise that are going to allow a lot more success and a lot more opportunities to come your way, seeing a lot more growth, seeing the results of your hard work. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So we have three queens, and we have three wands. The Queen of Wands is a fiery, bold, dramatic, active energy. The wands are the fire signs, so that would be Aries, that would be Leo, and that would be Sagittarius. Look for people of those signs, or look for those periods of the year. She's a go-getter. She's has an entrepreneurial spirit. She's a boss lady. There's also a connection to sunflowers. If for some reason sunflowers mean something to any of you Capricorn, sunflowers they also grow facing south, so southern exposures. We have your little familiar here, so maybe an esoteric element in there, or maybe just cats in general, or someone with a cat. So these three queens here might have a lot of influence on your future and your growth and things going forward for you. And then we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords are conflicts, bully kind of energy. It's also knowing when to back off, and being able to agree to disagree, to not always get into conflicts with people, because it's not really doing any good for anyone. It's a 5, so it's a bounce back card. So if there is problems or conflicts, you're going to bounce back from it, but just don't engage in it, and don't be the person that starts this kind of energy. What else does Capricorn need to know about in the month of October? Capricorn in the month of October. So we have the Knight of Swords. The Knights are active. The Knights are in service. The Knights are out to get to where they choose to get. This is a very hectic energy, a very forceful energy, and it's coming right into this Five of Swords. So things are going to happen quite quickly. Could be a big conflict. There could be a division between three here. This could be with the Three Wands, and it's all going to happen quite quickly. So the idea is to, like I said, pick your battles wisely, agree to disagree so we can like diffuse this energy here in the month of October. Now knowing that this kind of energy might come up, you are in a position to have that power, that strength here of your inner emotions, and how you can use that power to really diffuse this situation. So be mindful of that for yourself in the month of October. And now I'm going to finish off with 3 oracles. First, the wisdom. So, advice from the wisdom oracle is coming from the number 19. And the number 19 is asking you to be flexible, which is going to prove to be very useful for you in the month of October, because you're going to need to be flexible. You've got a burden on your shoulders here. You've got to lighten it up. There's going to be 3 queens involved, which could be part of where you're taking off in the future. But really down here with all this conflict energy and with the 7 up here, we have the 3 swords, and these are all a sort of phonetic, crazy kind of like tension energy. So be very wise of that. You do have another 3 swords here in a disappointment. So that's going to be part of the month of October. But overall, I see that the magician's here, and the magician is really about having that control and having that power and sort of moving yourself forward. You're just going to have to make a lot of decisions. There's going to be probably a few changes here, possibly in the people that you're surrounding yourself with, or just the choices that you have been making. And this is going to be one of the big influences for you in the month of October. What else is Capricorn? So we're going to go to Animal Spirit and find out what Animal Spirit has for you, what kind of advice it has. Animal Spirit. Ooh. So this is coming from number 17, which is an 8. In numerology, you always break down the numbers. 8's a very lucky number, and it's from Crow Spirit. So be mindful of crows. This is also co-create with spirit. So that's really when spirit is that faith and that hope and that sort of intuitive power that you have. And when you are going forward in the month of October, really tune into that. Watch, because you do have this card of these choices, and sometimes these choices are illusions of grandeur and things that might be tempting and might be better than you think they are. So really sit in your crow spirit, your ability to co-create with spirit, that intuitive side of you, before you make any major decisions. Really listen to what that inner voice is telling you and the direction it wants you to take, because that's going to be very, very important. And then we have from Moonology Oracle, it comes from the full moon in Aries. Aries are very, they have a really youthful energy, but they're very bold and direct and decisive, but at the same time impetuous. So they can sometimes not think about things before they act. So it is saying that a fiery climax approaches, which indeed is this energy down here with the 5 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Really be prepared for that. You've got all the tools you need. The magician is telling you, in the way you handle your emotions, in the way you handle your finances, in the way you handle your actions, and the way you handle your thoughts. Your inner strength is going to be very important for you this month. And we do have the 3 queens here. For some reason, there's a connection between 3 queens, and especially with the 3 of Wands going forward and looking into the future. So that's it for your reading for the month of October. A little bit of preparation and you'll be fine. Just don't don't get caught in the ego, and don't challenge anybody or anything, because you're going to come out better in the long run if you just sort of really sit in your intuition about what's going on, and really use your strength to make the right choices, and listen to the advice that's going to be the best advice for you. Your intuition will let you know about that. So that's it for the reading for you, Capricorn, in the month of October. I hope you enjoy these readings. If you like these readings, please subscribe and like. If you want upcoming notifications, please ring the bell. Comments are very welcome. I will leave descriptions in my description box below, including donations, which are greatly appreciated and highly useful. Follow me on Instagram. I do a daily reading there. And if you want a more personal, in-depth reading from me, go to my shop, Love Grows Tarot, and you can purchase one there. October is going to be a very busy and active month for you. I hope everything turns out as well as it can, because it can turn out very well for you if you do things proactively. Stay safe, and I will see you next time.